Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. This is Hemal Patel, and I have a new question from Jonathan in our group. Jonathan said, Hemal, I know that you told me this a little while back to always break down ads into different ages, genders, devices, and whatnot, even if you know that you can market to all age groups. Jonathan's question is if Facebook breaks down the information for him in Ads Manager by telling him who is responding, then what is the advantage for him to narrow down the demographics in each ad sets? So great question. Again, I'm going to rephrase that. I'm going to show you a campaign that I have shut off a little while back. I basically told Jonathan, and I always recommend to break down a campaign into different ad sets, and then each of these ad sets have different ads. I always start off with one ad for each ad set, and then have them compete with each other. Jonathan's question is that he sees this data up here with the different demographics and whatnot. So if he creates one campaign with one ad set and runs one or two different ads or whatever, all this information will show up. So then what's the point of breaking them down into these different things, right? It's a fantastic question, Jonathan. I actually never even thought about it. I always thought it was pretty obvious as to why to do that, but I love that you are asking this because I think a lot of other people might be asking this and they just haven't messaged me yet. So the number one reason, after I actually thought about it for a second, is this chart right here. So you can see that Facebook's standard format, you can see it here too. They don't show the younger audience. They don't let you to market to them specifically, even though you can advertise. They just won't let you show data to them. That's one thing to note. But Facebook likes to break the ages down into this format. So 18, 24, 25, 34, and so on. And you can see it's the same here, right? So the number one thing here is if you create one campaign and you see things converting and whatnot, but you really can't tell which age group is really working. So the experts are the ones who create, like, number one, they create their own age groups because you can see right here, mine's are 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. I can't, if I did this and I didn't create different groups, I wouldn't know which one of these three were working because it's 40 to 50 goes in between here, and the 50 to 60 goes in between these two. So I wouldn't know what is working at all over here. So that's number one. The reason you want to create your custom ad sets is because you can define your own ages in case they are in between these right here. So hope that helps. And then number two is it still won't show you what is converting or not. This campaign is shut off, and the reason for that is it's always good if you have a campaign. I spent about $225 on this, got 108 clicks. It's always good that once you get a good bit of data is to stop it and create a brand new campaign and then use that really up-to-date, helpful information to create an even better campaign. It kind of refreshes you on Facebook. I'll make another video on that, but that's what I did. And so this is kind of old information. This is from January 10th to maybe like a week. This is only a week's worth of information. But you can see like the results and the reach and all this stuff. There's no information about my conversions. I clicked everywhere just to make sure that I was not wrong, but there is no sign of any conversions for me on here, aside from if I go to, like, of course, Pixels and click on that. But again, this is from a while ago, so Pixels only holds about a few weeks worth of conversions, and then after that, it's not there anymore. But on here, what was I going to say? So yeah, the conversions is not in here at all. It's only going to show within the ad set. So if you set up each ad set, this one's for link clicks. Again, you can see the goal is link clicks. But if you did it for conversions, the information would be here in the breakdown in here, but not in the report up here. So I hope that was helpful, Jonathan. Please let me know if you have any questions about that. Number one was the reason that you want to break these up is because you can break them up for the ages that you want to do. And number two is that it still won't show you the conversions in the report right here. It tells you link clicks. I think if you click on custom right here, the action over here, these are just different things, but there's nothing for like conversions. Unless you really wanted to just do link clicks, then that would be up here, of course. But again, I really, really recommend that you break up the ad groups or ad sets in the way you want them to. And then the experts go even further as to, once they see, like, what did I have? I had these running right here. So let's just say only 40 to 50 was working, not 50 and 60. What I would do next is break down 40 and 50 into two different ad groups and do 40 to 45 and 50 to 50, or 45 to 50, or 46 to 50, of course. And see which one of that is working, go even smaller and smaller. And if you didn't do that, if you didn't create new ad sets to do that, then you would just be kind of relying on this thing, which doesn't really help at all. So Jonathan, I hope this answers your question, and I'm looking forward to more in the future. Thank you. Bye.